Everybody, to another episode of Dave's Movie Dailies. I'm Dave D. Saint, and this is Dave's Movie Dailies, bringing you the news of movies that I've seen lately and what I thought about them. Now, I'm going to be giving you two today, but I'm going to cut it into two videos so you can see one at a time or whatever the case. Whatever you want to do, I don't know. But the first movie that I want to talk about is called Flight Risk. It released in January 24th, 2025. And it was directed by Mel Gibson. And it starred Mark Wahlberg, Michelle Dockery, and Topher Grace. Now, if you see me looking down on my down, it's because I'm looking at my notes. You know, I have to always prepare for these type of things. I don't want to just be like shooting out arrows into the sky and see if I hit something. But yeah, this movie you can find on Fandango, I believe, and Prime, Amazon Prime, to rent or whatever. If you look at my bed in the back, it's a little messy. I was fixing stuff. See, laundry. Whatever. I'm shooting it in my studio. Well, this is not my studio. This is my room. So this movie, it's about Mark Wahlberg portrays a pilot transporting a U.S. Marshal and a fugitive to trial. They cross the Alaskan wilderness. Tensions soar. Trust is tested, as not everyone on board is who they say they are. Now, I'm going to give you my personal review of this movie. Warnings. You got 5 seconds if you want to watch this movie. It's called Flight Risk. Go look for it. Come back. You've been warned. There's spoiler alert. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spoiler alert, okay? My personal thoughts of this movie. They made it in the tradition of, well, Mel Gibson directed it, okay? I did hear that Mel Gibson was going to try, they were going to open up their own, Mel Gibson and Mark Wahlberg were going to team up and open up their own movie company, doing movies that aren't woke and movies of traditional value and pretty much classic storytelling, action films and all that stuff. And I believe this might have been their first film. It's called Flight Risk, and it's made in the tradition of like old 90s, early 2000 movies like Cliffhanger or movies such as that, like action films from back in the heyday that kids nowadays would think that are just basic. And after watching this movie, it did feel really basic. The movie had the simplest story, and there was just so much stuff that it felt like it wasn't genuine. I mean, back in the 80s and 90s and the early 2000s, when they made movies like this, they actually went to see it certain places and they shot it. This felt like they shot a lot of it on stage, like on a movie backlot of some sort. It just felt so rushed. The film just felt so rushed. Felt like they didn't really take care of it. Like they just put something together just to make a movie, you know, just to put it out there, just to show that they started their own movie company or whatever. It was pretty much Topher Grace portrays he has information on the government. He's a government fugitive, and he has ties with the Moretti crime family. So he's gonna speak on to bring these people down. So he's going on to the trial, and he needs to be flown across the Alaskan wilderness. There's a U.S. Marshal that's transporting him, and then they get this pilot, and the pilot, played by Mark Wahlberg. You think that he's just a regular dude, but it turns out that he's literally sent to kill Topher Grace's character, who he portrays a character by the name of Winston. So as they're flying, Topher Grace finds a badge and finds out that the name that Mark Wahlberg took was the person that really was the owner of that plane. So he tries to tell the U.S. Marshal. The U.S. Marshal tells him to pretty much shut up and everything until she starts to notice different things, and then they get into this whole scuffle on the plane, and it's all about trying to make it to she ends up getting Mark Wahlberg, ties him up in the back of the plane, and she has to fly them all the way back, and she needs to see if she can trust Topher Grace to help her out and they go through this whole series of things on the plane. The it seemed like it could have been a good movie, but the script was just it felt like it was written by 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, who were just trying to make a quick story. I felt like Mark Wahlberg could have, he was, I don't know, for some odd reason he has too much star power to lead this movie, because this movie felt like it was just, I don't know, it felt like he was doing a quick payday. Definitely not one of my favorites of this year. I could have sworn it could have been better. I mean, Mel Gibson, come on, with Lethal Weapon on his under his belt and all these other action movies that he did back in the day. I would have thought that maybe he would have came up with something better than this. But I mean, it's there. It's an action film. If you're interested in those type of movies, it reminds me. It falls right there with like movies like Speed, Con Air, those type of movies. But those movies were good. You know, this one just didn't, I don't know, it didn't appeal. I felt like it could have fit up there with Cliffhanger, but those movies were good though. This one wasn't. I give, from a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 4. A 4. The acting felt so generic. The script felt garbage. The scenery, everything felt like it was done on a backlot. The story was mediocre. There's this pilot, and she's the U.S. Marshal is trying to get to a certain location so she can land a plane, and there's this person at the other end of the radio who's literally flirting with her while she's in peril, while she has a guy tied up in the back who literally almost killed her, and she's trying to make it across this blizzard to this station to get this guy to trial, and there's a guy on the other side pretty much hitting on her. And I'm like, what the heck? And then at one point you find out that her superior is the main bad guy that Topher Grace is going to trial against. And I'm like, why do I care? I don't know anything about these people. Like, if you give me some kind of a backstory, maybe I'll care, but I really didn't care. So it feels like I'm like ranting about this movie, but it was a bad movie. But yeah, this has been Dave D. Saint. I'm with another Dave's Movie Dailies. I just gave you my review on Flight Risk. It's up to you guys if you guys want to watch it. I mean, you might have different differences of opinion than me, but yeah, this is me saying good night, and I'll see you next time.